For Cyclones TV, I'm Nick Brunker here with the newest head coach of the Cyclones, Mr. Ben Simon, a Shaker Heights, Ohio native. I guess we'll start there. Tell me about what it means to you to be able to come back and coach in the state that you lived in for so long.
It's fun for me to be able to come, not quite home, but to be back in Ohio. It feels good. It's a good feeling to be back.
What kind of things can we expect from a Ben Simon coached hockey team?
I think we're going to be a good skating team. I think that we're going to be a hard-working team, and I think we're going to be a disciplined team. And those are kind of the attributes that we're going to look to instill moving forward, and our guys will compete every game.
Over your 11-year playing career, you had a chance to play in the National Hockey League. You played 81 games between Atlanta and Columbus, but along the way you also played overseas. You played in the IHL, you played in the ECHL. You've had a lot of hockey, over 750 games as a matter of fact. Take me through that career and what you've learned as a player that will help you now as a coach.
Well, it was a long career playing-wise, especially at the level, the minor leagues. It takes a toll on you, but just because you played a long time doesn't necessarily make you a good coach, and just because you never played doesn't make you a bad coach either. So the fact that I did play, and especially at the minor league level, I think kind of gives you a level of instant credibility where the guys understand that you've been through it. You kind of understand the process. I understand that guys are excited when they get called up, but at the same time they're disappointed when they get sent down. And the travel schedule of 4 games in 5 nights, and it's tough. But I think I try to always put myself in their shoes to understand where they're coming from.
The last year of your playing career, you played overseas in a place called Sheffield, which is in the EIHL, the Great Britain's hockey league over there, and you also were a coach that season. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
It was unique. I thought it was a good opportunity for me to get into coaching, and I was able to get the itch of playing out, so I was able to get 1 more year of playing and decide I've even liked coaching. And it was something that I found that I really enjoyed, I was really passionate about, and it gave me a great opportunity to do some other things, sign players, recruit, budget stuff, equipment. It was a lot of different things, but very grateful for the opportunity over there, and it was a great learning experience.
And from there you springboarded into the American Hockey League, 2 years as an assistant in Rockford, a team, by the way, that was affiliated with the team that drafted you, the Chicago Blackhawks. Talk about what that experience did for your coaching career.
Yeah, well, it was great, and it was funny. I was drafted back in 1997 by them and never played a game, and they actually traded my rights while I was in school, but it kind of came full circle there, and I was able to coach for their top farm team. So it was a great opportunity, a great experience to be around so many good hockey people, and I loved every second of it.
You mentioned school, and on top of what we talked about earlier, being from the state of Ohio, you also played your collegiate hockey around here, relatively speaking, at Notre Dame up in South Bend. I guess from people that watch this now and are coming to watch the Cyclones, it's amazing to think about how the level of hockey and how the game of hockey in this area of the country has really evolved over the years. Take me back to when you were playing in high school and how you've watched it, kind of partially from afar, partially from here, how it's developed over the years.
No, you're right. It has evolved. There's definitely more opportunity now for kids to play, and I think that's huge. The number of rinks. There's more rinks. There's more exposure to the game now, and it's great for the game. And the fact that more kids are getting involved, it just has a trickle-up effect, so to speak. So there's there's a lot more opportunity than when I was a kid, and it's fun to see because now it's kind of a standard sport now, and in most schools, whereas before it wasn't.
And the other thing that I think is interesting about your career, and obviously being at the different levels and playing in different places, you always stress the importance of being in the community. What types of things have you done in the past that you want to implement here? And also talk about why it's so important to be out in the community of Cincinnati.
Well, I think it's huge. With any minor league team, you have to realize that these people are paying their hard-earned money to come watch you play, and I think you have to give back. I mean, this game gives the players so much that I think it's part of your job to give back to the community. So I took pride as that as a player, and really liked getting involved in the schools and hospital visits and stuff like that, and taking time to show that you care, that you're genuine, not just a hockey player. It takes 5 minutes out of a day to give a kid a high five or an autograph, or just to read a book to them. It makes players don't realize how huge of an impact that can have. And at the end of the day, when you're not playing hockey anymore, like, people don't care. Like so I think that being that celebrity status is great, but you have to be able to use that in the right way, and I think one of the best ways to do that is to give back to your community.
I understand, too, when you talk about this position here, it didn't take you long. Once you found out that Jared Scaldi had moved on, you were friends and played with Jared back in Orlando. What was that conversation like? And take me through the progression of finding out, A, the job was available, and then B, making it to where you are today.
Yeah, well, it was it kind of happened relatively fast, but Jared had a conversation with Anaheim and Norfolk there, and it was an opportunity that he saw as a great fit for himself and his family, and it was one that he couldn't pass up. So I found out just like everyone else. He didn't tell me one way or the other, so it wasn't like that, but once it was available and I did find out, I absolutely leaned on him and Chuck to find out more about the organization and the people involved, and obviously they have been there and for a while, and so to hear their opinion and their input was tremendous for me.
We're very excited that you were here. We wish you the best of luck, and I'm sure we'll be talking a whole heck of a lot more down the stretch. Thanks again.
I look forward to it. Thanks.
That's the new Cyclones head coach Ben Simon. I'm Nick Brunker, and this is Cyclones TV.